I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
61 Matchbox Lights.
Check 4. Watch out. Sponge. No.
Ready?
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 31. Check 31. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there.
Down. 60 yards.
58, right there. Oh, yeah, pump.
Bravo.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. I got you.
Blue draw Corkers.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, D.
Running right, Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Big 30. 56 for Mike. 59.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go!
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Get your swarm on.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Herbert. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Defense on deck. On deck. Check 52.
Greystone, travel.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
Hey, foxtrot.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jet bomber. Shoot.
From the gun on third down. Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Fourth down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it in at the 22. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me. And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
One of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So First down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go! 30 base.
Be a long game for you.
80 weapons.
Check 3. Check 9. Check 9.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let go.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to go for it all. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. That's caught by Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 39, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Jones, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Watch the slant.
Protein spill.
Slant. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Joker.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
That's
Here's Rodgers. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third down, here's Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Packers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Right there. I got you. I got you. 36.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Come on. And 58 is a Mike.
2nd and 11. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Haywood! Fight!
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Jones, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First down. It's Jones, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And Crosby puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, Herbert. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get the ball.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On third down, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Green Bay, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no.